Peace, fam. I'm on the road tonight, right? So check this out. I was watching New York's news, right? And it was saying how people who came to the United States to get the American dream are now forming together to protect their businesses in the United States, right? In New York, right? See what I mean? What part? See what I mean? What part of this don't you understand? I don't get it, but I'm letting you know that we never had allies and we never had friends, right? So, part sucks. That was eating chips. We want them to team up. We want them to get together, right? And what we want them to do is get together and get the fuck out of our neighborhoods, because you can't come to America and expect to have the American dream while the Americans themselves is living the fucking nightmare, right? Where's the equality in that? So I just found that interesting, right? I told y'all over and over again that these people are not our friends. So you come to America, and then when you get here, you come to the hoods of America, right? You don't go out there and build your um, American dream, right? Amongst white America, right? They give you a little grants, give them little funds, and set them up in our neighborhoods to take that money from us and redistribute it back into white society, right? So we don't give a fuck about them joining the A team right now, right? We want them to do that. We want them to do that, right? Because I told you it's levels and phases to this, right? So we will deal with them accordingly. So next time they build their businesses, they're going to build them on the outskirts, not in our neighborhoods. We don't want anybody in our neighborhoods that's not reflecting us, right? Because there's no such thing, once again, as minorities, diversity, or any of that shit. They let these people, how is it that people can just come in this country from anywhere in this world and build businesses, get grants before they even come here, get loans to open up stores and shit in our neighborhoods, right? So we already know that's a part of the problem. They are the main ones who has done the most damage to the black economy. So we want y'all to keep that same energy. Y'all teaming up, team foreigners against true Americans, and see, it ain't gonna just piss ADOS off. It's gonna piss these motherfuckers, the white people who has been here for generations and generations. That's just as poor. Uh, if you really look at it, as a lot of black Americans nowadays, it's pissing them off too, because what's going on here, the veil is being lifted, and now we see how corporate America has used every single American in this country to separate the rich from the poor. The immigrants nowadays are not the immigrants that was coming in here when our great grandmothers and great grandfathers was here. These people have came in this country as opportunists, right? To gain off of our losses. So it's time for them to go. We don't give a fuck about them joining the 18. Don't they join that 18, go build them a shopping center outside of our community. We don't care. And see, here's the thing. Like I said, black people in America is one of the most educated people on this planet, especially the black woman, right? So we know about budgets. We know about charts, graphs. We know how to organize. We know how to do all this shit, right? That's needed or used to build corporations and economies. So why do we need white people anymore? Everything they can do, it's a me out here that know how to do it. right? And this is the time we're going to show them better than telling them. And when we do, there is not going to be insiders inside of our business pretending snakes, pretending to be our motherfucking friends, right? Who are only here to do the devil's work, do the devil's bid, or to use us as a stepping stone to reach the American dream while we live the nightmare. It's not going to happen, right? So, like I said, sooner rather than later, when all black people come to their senses about this thing, right, and we do form this type of unity, trust me, we got enough business-minded motherfuckers. People don't know there's black people in this country that got some money, okay? Don't get it twisted. There are some filthy rich black people, and they're going to come to their senses and say, hey, I don't need to deal with racism. We don't have to deal with Comcast anymore. We can get these motherfuckers. What is a permit? We no longer belong to the white man's fucking government. We don't have to pay y'all no motherfucking taxes. We can go over here and build our own shit minus your instigations, because your instigations only lead to chaos and confusion amongst us. So it's enough of us well educated out here to build our own shit, right? And that's what we're going to do. So I want you to be aware of that. You got teen immigrants now joining teen white supremacy or claiming to be in a group all to themselves, right? Which is fine, right? That's what we want you to do, because we want you to fuck about our neighborhoods, because you had no business coming in here getting the American dream over top of the American people anyway, right? What's the sense in that? We can't go over to Europe. Even a white person here in America can't go to goddamn Europe and live the European dream over top of the Europeans. And so we're not going to allow Europeans to come over here, Latins, Indians, Arabs, or anybody else to come over here and build over top of us while we suffer, right? So I just wanted you to know what's this leading to. We're glad. We want y'all to join forces, and we want you to jump over there with white supremacy and get the fuck out of our neighborhoods so we can go back to restoring our neighborhoods and restoring ourselves in this time before we allow any type of immigrants in our world, right? Betraying us, robbing, stealing, calling the cops on us, having us murdered, with police putting their knees on our necks, choking us to death. Before we allow that to happen ever again, they get knocked. Okay? That being said, keep your vibrations high. I don't know. I might come back with another video. We'll see. That being said, I'm out. Peace.